A lot of you guys new to lockpicking may not have run across one of these locks yet. This is a simulated disc detainer lock. I got this from Jason. He's a U.S. Marine stationed in Japan. The package just came in today. They look like very durable locks, but in fact they're just pretty much cast steel. They're brushed to look like stainless steel, but they're not. A lot of times they say hardened, but they're really not. Anyway, you know they're disc detainers if you got some weird looking keys like that, or if you don't have the key, you look in the keyway and it looks kind of odd, just like that, just like a slot, not like a normal pin tumbler key. Well, these are not as difficult to pick as what you might think. These are not abloys. Abloys have a lot of security discs in them, would have something called fault gates to trick us. These Chinese ones don't have that. So what we're going to do, you can pick these quite easily if you have a special tool, and there it is. I bought this from UK Bump Keys for less than $10, and I think you can see how it works. A little knob, you can move that little tip up and down the keyway, manipulating the discs one at a time, and then this thing on the top here is the tensioner, and you can see it's got a little notch cut in it there, and that notch is to fit into the top disc, because the top disc is what tensions this type of lock. Alright, what we're going to do before you begin, a little tip, rather than just jam that pick in there and start going, it's better to start with, try to remove some variables. So what I'm going to do, just take a pick or a knife or something, stick it in there, work it all the way to the rear, and then turn all your discs to get them all even to one side. I'm going to turn this as far clockwise as I can get it, and then that way they're all nice and lined up. I know exactly where I'm starting, and it also makes it a lot easier to get your pick in the keyway. So just slide it in there, and you know that it's correct when you try to turn the tensioner and it gets stuck right there. So then just hold it with your thumb and your forefinger, and that's how you hold the lock. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can get an idea what I'm feeling here. I'll try to keep that centered. Now, because there are no security gates in here, there's only one gate for the sidebar to fall into to give us an unlock. That one gate is the only one, so there's no way to screw this up. What you do is you apply very heavy tension, which causes all those discs to pinch. And when they pinch, you can turn them one at a time using your tool, and you'll feel them fall into a gate. So let's try it. Okay, I'm on one and it's bound, so I'm going to try to turn him counterclockwise because I know everything is already clockwise. And he does not want to turn. Let's see what we got here. He's really bound. Let me loosen up a little bit and let's try him again. There we go. I just had too much tension on him. Okay, if you turn him all the way counterclockwise and you get no click, that tells you he doesn't need to be turned. There's no gate. I'm on number 3, bound up, and I'm turning. Okay, I felt a click there. So I think number 3 was probably in the right gate. In the only gate, I'm on 4. It's resisting. I'm going to turn him. I felt a click, and I actually felt the tensioner turn. All right, I'm looking for another one. Okay, he's not even binding, so I'm not going to mess with him. I'm up at the top, and these usually contain somewhere between 6 and 8 discs. And there you go. Anyway, that's how easy it is. If you get yourself one of these cheap little tools, it's not too difficult to pick your way into these cheap Chinese ones. As I said, they're not abloys. You cannot use this to pick an abloy, or as far as I know, any other tool. But these easy ones with no security gates, piece of cake, guys. Anyway, Jason, thanks for sending us all the way from Japan. If anybody would like to have this lock, go ahead and send a comment with the secret word to me within the next 24 hours, and the computer will randomly pick somebody, no matter where you live in the world, yes, even Japan. I will send this lock to you. Thanks, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal.
You're here again and you're still not subscribed? What are you thinking? Why take a chance of missing a video? Stop lurking in the background. Join us. Subscribe to the tribe.